Can a person divorce his spouse without his consent? To answer this question, I'm going to put it this way. Generally, generally, you don't need your partner's consent to file for divorce. You don't need his or her consent. All you owe your partner is notice. You just need to notify him or her. And the way you do that is when the person receives the court process. That's the petition. The court sheriff, the court sheriff serves the process on the respondent. So that is a way of you notifying the respondent. You are putting the respondent on notice. See, oh, I filed a divorce petition against you. So if he or she chooses to respond, all well and good. If he chooses not to respond, you move on. So you don't necessarily need your partner's consent to file for divorce. Okay. All you owe the person is just to notify, put the person on notice, serve the person. Whatever the person chooses to do after receiving the process is left to the person. The exception to this is that if you are relying on section 15, subsection 2E of the Matrimonial Causes Act, that ground that states separation for at least 2 years, if that is your ground for divorce, if that is what you are relying on to file for divorce, you have been separated from your partner for at least 2 years, you need his or her consent, because that provision of law states that the parties have been separated for at least 2 years and the respondent consents to it. So that is the only provision that demands the consent of the respondent. So if you are relying on the ground of separation for 2 years, you need his or her consent. But if the separation is 3 years and above, you don't need anybody consent. Just serve the person the divorce papers, and whatever the person chooses to do after that, it's none of your business. So I hope I'll be able to answer the question. Generally, you don't need this or her consent. You just need to notify. However, if your divorce, if the ground you are relying on is separation for at least 2 years, you need the consent of the respondent. Okay, person has to consent to the divorce as well. That okay, yes, we've separated for 2 years. I don't want this marriage again. That is it. I hope I'm able to answer this question. Like, share, and follow me for more content on family law. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.